Hello, guys. Welcome back to a movie review because we just saw what?
Heretic.
Heretic. And of course, this is a movie that is basically a thriller and a horror. And it's one of those movie, I guess you could say art in a way. Like those little, I guess kind of an arty kind of movies. Like those people like look at those.
I don't think so.
I think it's an artistic kind of movie. I think I see it because there is some kind of like little things here and there that we will explain later on.
His house or something.
Yeah, like basically it's very creative and it's basically how everything is, in the movie.
For me, artistic is more like pondering and long shots, and I don't know.
Well, it was.
For me,
don't worry, we'll talk more. Yeah.
Well,
but don't worry. So yes, this is a $10 million budget film, and it is created by these guys that we know is
A24.
Well,
Yeah, A24
A24
films.
doesn't make movies. They just distribute them. So these are all different directors, different
Studio.
movies.
Yeah.
A24 just distributes. Ton of
Distribute them. Oh, okay.
stuff. So A24 is not the same for each A24 movie. It's a completely different.
So they just like
director,
the budget
completely.
people.
They just I think they just market and distribute. Like they just select what they like and then distribute it. So that's why you might see like a common thread through A24, because they're the ones that select what they want to and then just market and distribute. So they don't have anything to do with making the movie.
So they don't know like the company name basically. What's it called? Shiny Penny.
Yeah, so that would be probably who's
Who actually
making the
do
movie.
the films?
Yeah. So I'm not sure what they have done. But
So basically underneath their name, right?
yeah.
So basically this is one of those films that it could be a little bit a turn off to other people. It could be a really good film depending on who you are. Basically, if you like
what you're looking for, who you ask.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those I think it's one of those people who probably like enjoying a little bit of kind of thoughtful thinking of a horror kind of film because it doesn't just go straight into the action just yet, but it is a little bit thriller. And obviously, it's basically they have pretty good actors in it.
Yeah.
I think the acting was done very well.
The old dude was cool. I feel like I've seen him some stuff.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, I don't know what he's been, but I've seen him before in something.
Yeah, and obviously this is a movie that I think people would they're actually enjoying. And to be honest, we're kind of late on to the party on this one because there's already like tons of reviews, but it don't matter. I kind of want to review this one. People were talking about it how well it is. But either way, we'll go into our thoughts and think of it what we actually think about this film. So we'll start off with Ocean. What do you thought of this film?
Going in, like the trailers didn't really seem that interesting, but we were gonna see it, and I was actually surprised in the beginning. It seemed like it was kind of interesting, and then it kind of fell off for me, like a little bit past the middle area, and so I didn't like really love it, but it was entertaining.
Oh, there you go. So it was pretty entertaining with you. Okay, that's good. How about you, boy?
I do have to agree with it. I think I really like the first half of the act of the movie. A little towards mainly in the end is when it started like feeling like other type of movies I have seen a little bit.
Yeah.
At least like where the ending's going, and you're like, oh, that sucks. Because I truly think they had something, especially with the real first half. I mean, sure, you probably heard of some of these like ideas and stuff like that either on the internet or in other shows or in other movies, but this one really dived in with it, and I like the way it was being presented. It wasn't boring.
Yeah.
It's just till the last act. It's like maybe the last two acts. It felt like okay, I know where this is going, and then you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it
I mean,
feeling really generic horror.
it gave me Speak No Evil vibes, which is what I was telling her in the car. Which by that I mean like how it's gonna end.
Oh.
It's like a generic. Aside from that, I thought the acting was really good. I did like some of the shots, like when it's in their face and stuff like that, kind of presenting how they're acting and stuff. I mean, of course, this was had to be heavy acted. As far as like,
yeah, single room films are always very interesting in the acting department because they really do the heavy lifting. I love single room films. This is like pretty much single room because they're like only in like
the one area
house.
in the whole movie.
But still, it's
even then, like I like the puzzle thing, which they showed in the trailer, which I thought looked pretty cool. But they made it seem like it was going to be more used, which is okay. But I guess like I liked his house was interesting, but not towards the end. I was like, okay.
What I think his personality was good, but it was just like they thought they were way smarter than they were, and it just like
that's the problem I had a little bit with the last act too. Aside from that, like just sticking to before we go into spoilers and stuff like that, I guess I'll just say with it, the movie was fine. It was enjoyable. Probably just a one-time watch. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that amazing like some of the reviews that are getting. I think it's a fine film. Yeah. Maybe watch it once and just form your own opinion for that matter. Aside from that, I don't see myself probably watching this film again, especially knowing how everything ends and how it just ends that way. Yeah. But I mean, if you like stuff like that, stuff that likes to challenge religion or something like that, I highly recommend probably watching it. But I wouldn't. If
but it
not,
doesn't have a strong stance for anything. It just like I love debates and stuff, but
I do too. But
actually have,
it moves a lot. It's because I feel like they had to do the final act stuff. Like again, speaking with the Speak No Evil thing, it's like remember how they skipped things just to get to this scene and stuff like that, which they put all their money to. That's what it felt like. Yeah. But I'll just stick with that for now. The vibes for the movie were fun. I like them.
There you go. All right. Well, oh man. Well, to be honest, I really love this film. To be honest, I was coming down here thinking about it was just going to be another plain film that I might not care about. But to be honest, I agree with the reviews. I enjoy this a lot more than I expected I would. Coming in there, seeing the characters acting, and I just love Hugh Grant about how he's just a creepy dude, and I think he sold it. And obviously, I fell in love with the two ladies already. You know, the two Mormons. Like, 100% I love them. Especially in the first scene, how they were just talking about, you know what, that we'll explain, like, in spoilers. And I think they did a very good job with that. And I do definitely love 100% like the whole area of the house when you do go inside of it and kind of see what it is basically kind of about. And you could kind of see, depending on the trailer, what you do look at. And it does look interesting. And I definitely did like the debates better than most of you guys, I guess. Because I did enjoy like how they're going back and forth with it. Because a lot of movies don't do a very good job with that. They don't go
back and forth. He just explains to them, like, really, like, I don't know, simple shit that I learned in high school.
Yeah, that's fine. I enjoy it. It was fine for me. It handled my brain just fine, and I definitely agree with a lot of this stuff that was happening. And I did love how it unfolded. And I definitely do like the kind of the horror kind of aspect of it as well. And I did feel the thriller, especially when the clock thing happened. You know, like, tick, 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 tick. You know, like every single time that did happen. No. And I was just like, oh man, what's going to happen? I just felt that I just can't wait what was going to happen to the next scene. And especially when you got to make those choices and all that, like what's it really going to happen? So basically, I think I enjoyed it a lot better than you guys. And I probably could tell because I am more enthusiastic with the film. Okay. And I think it's one of my favorite movies right now of the year. I'm shocked because I came here with no expectations with this, but I'm actually happy that I actually went to go see it. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually surprised.
I haven't seen a lot of good ones this year though.
Hey, I enjoy this very much.
Yeah.
So either way, let's go to final verdict so we could spoil the hell out of this. So let's go with The Boy.
Just for like how the movie, I mean, it's just kind of leaves not the best taste in my mouth. Cause the endings, in movies like I feel like are hard to really get, like Saltburn and stuff like that. Speak No Evils. I think I'm gonna give this movie a C. It was enjoyable. Okay. I really did enjoy it. I really liked the acting. I could see why people like it, and I could see why they probably really like it because of the themes that they touched on. I mean,
oh yeah.
Aside from that, I just wish it stuck the landing. I really did. I'm gonna give it a C.
No, that's good. C minus, C plus.
Just to
what-
see.
Okay.
See, that's fine.
Normal C. All right, Ocean, go right ahead.
I just had a random thought. It was like the opposite of Barbarian, where like the beginning of Barbarian seems like so cliche, and then it goes like off the rails. This one was like so.
Yeah, but I think I'd rather have a slow start.
It was a little
to-
bit like funner, like to start, and then it just got boring. It was like the opposite of Barbarian, which is
a great
not
film.
a good way to go. I would do like C minus D plus ish. I gave it like a 2.5 on Letterboxd or like a
like-
3.
like
so,
a C minus.
Yeah,
C.
like a C minus.
Alright. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this film, and I'm definitely gonna give this a very high. I'm gonna give this an A plus. I actually enjoyed it, and we always have different opinions here. We do our own. We love what we see, what we thought, and what we enjoy. And this is one of those things that I guess I was not prepared for this, and then actually seeing what they're going through, I actually enjoyed it. I like the suspense of it. I like the little like religious takes from it, and I just love how these actors actually played, and they actually sold me on the story, and I enjoyed this. And to be honest, I'm kind of curious about the ending. What really happened in the end? I'm just curious about it, because we will talk about the ending. I'm kind of curious there's people like talking about how it ended.
Correct.
We'll talk more, but yeah, I do find this very interesting, and I do think you guys should go experience it in the big theater. But if not, you could go ahead and see it in the big streaming service, when it does come out. But if not, I guess, I think you might be missing something pretty big, and I do agree with the reviews, most of them, that they do enjoy this. So I think it's a very good hitter, especially I love the actors for sure. I think you should go see it. And obviously, it's one of those films that I definitely enjoyed thus far. So, all right. So, either way, that's it, right? So, we'll just go into spoilers. So, if you guys seen the film or not, just tell us what you thought down in the comments below. But if you want to hear us about the spoilers, we'll go from there. So, yeah. So, we'll see you guys on the next movie review. All right. Later, guys. Spoilers. Let's go right into it. So, boy, what exactly happened through these young ladies that fell into a trap?
It's about two girls who are Mormon that go try to spread the word of Jesus Christ, and I guess they were scheduled to meet with Hugh Grant's character, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, Mr. Reed. And they had an appointment, but first they were like in the town. They were going out, on their just normal, trying to talk to people about your Lord Jesus Christ. But first they were talking about, I don't know, condoms, which made me laugh, and everybody else in the theater. Like, what was it called? Like, freaking, like, just size of it, which is kind of funny to me.
Oh, on the bench they're sitting on. Too.
Yeah, it just like size doesn't matter. It was like those little things that kind of got me. It was like, you know what? I'm kind of liking these characters and what their kind of beliefs in, because obviously they did do some stuff. They ate like fast food even though they're not supposed to, in some ways. I don't know, like when they're talking Wendy's and all that stuff.
Oh, when they talk about yeah,
and they couldn't even eat Taco Bell because of what, or talk about it.
They don't talk about Taco Bell.
I know, but just so weird. I definitely did love the beginning, how they were just moving around, how the Mormons go out and basically trying to show their fate. And obviously you could tell that one of the ladies, what was her name? Sister Barnes, basically goes over, she kind of wants to have fun with them. She wants to be like a normal girl. Like she wants to be, it feels like she doesn't want to be that much religious at the beginning. Like she just wants to take photos, she wants to go out. But then all of a sudden, these girls come in and they're like, "Can we take a photo with you?" And guess what? They pantsed her.
Yeah, something about the same underwear.
Yeah, right. I was like, "Oh shit, that's a little fucked up, don't you think?"
No, that was fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. That was fucked up. And it's just kind of like, oh man, I kind of feel it. And you could see her like kind of tearing up a little bit, trying to go into Mr. Reed's area. And I love it how one of them is like, don't worry about it. Who cares what they think? They're just, they just don't believe, they just don't care about what we believe in. And it's just kind of sad like that. Because remember, they were climbing up some stairs up in hills with their bicycles just to get to that area. And then they had to climb back down with the stairs.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I don't think I'll be able to do that. So what happens after that, boy?
That's where they arrive to his place. Right? I think so.
Yeah, they get the phone call, to go into Mr. Reed's house because that's where they had to go and do some preaching. And that's one of the part where we actually get to meet, Hugh Grant's character, how he's just an old man, a friendly old man, which you basically see him as, and he's like trying to offer them pie and trying to get them out of the rain at first.
The pie did look pretty good.
Yeah. I just didn't know that apparently for Mormons, like, or I guess, I don't know if they did that for their own, like how they have to have a woman inside the house in order for them to come. I didn't know that was a thing.
Sense.
I mean, yeah, does make sense.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I just didn't thought it would. I thought they would just try to get out of the cold, but I guess it didn't.
No.
Yeah, it made sense. So yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was just something else. But yeah. But other than that, after that, apparently they couldn't get out because they were because the old man was getting suspicious. Mr. Reed, he's starting to do some creepy vibes.
Well, yeah, the wife never came.
Oh yeah, exactly. And what was that thing in the candle that I couldn't really read?
What do you mean?
Blueberry pie.
It was that blueberry pie?
Yeah, that's why they smelled it. That's why they said it smelled delicious.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, so there was nothing baking in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was all planned already, obviously. He wanted them to visit him. He signed up for them to visit him, and he already planned all this. So, yeah.
Which is why he knew that church leader would come looking for him, which is why he wanted to go hide the bikes. Pretty much everything. Everything was planned, obviously, except him dying.
I know. Everything was. At least he tried to be this clever guy. But obviously, there's flaws in his plan. Because obviously, after when the girls started realizing that they might not be a missus in the building. So they tried leaving, but of course, the door is locked. And obviously, when they finally go into the back, it was this creepy vibe and dark area. But all of a sudden, he was just, you go into this room, it's all light up and stuff. Like there was like 2 doors, and that's when he comes out and just going like, you know what, like you could leave, but go into the back door. And they're just freaking out at that point. Yeah, like
some BS about the door can't open till that makes no sense.
It did it. It did it. He's just trying to. That's what she was talking about. How you just try to make up on the fly, like whatever you could come up with. Like you think you're this clever guy, but you're not. Because obviously, like obviously the Sister Baxton basically is the one who starting to realize that he's just bad news. That obviously, like she's starting to realize there's some plots. After when he's trying to explain the religious part of the whole thing, bringing out Monopoly. Like the first ever Monopoly where the guy took credit from.
Yeah,
I think that was clever. I love that scene. And obviously, you see Bob Ross right there, and I was just like, "What is going on?" I love it how he's just enthusiastic with his supposedly religious way. Like he's trying to convert them.
He's he's charismatic.
Yeah.
But this is still going as planned so far. They don't go like off plan until later. But yeah, so far it's still like it's going as planned for him.
Oh yeah.
That's the main thing he wanted to talk about, which is why it was like never really a debate. Some of it was just more of him. Yeah,
it's just more of him like
what he's
preaching, and they're just really just trying to leave, and they're just agreeing with what he says.
I mean, it makes sense why they would,
but yeah, like what he's saying at this point, like makes sense. Like translation after translation after translation, it's like all these watered down religions come from the same thing, and who knows where the original one came from. He talks about like old gods and old stories.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought that was like when he's bringing up the old gods and stuff, I was like, oh, maybe this will be like kind of actually interesting. But then he turns it into like the control thing, which I've seen in multiple movies before, and I'm like, oh, I'm bored. But
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
But so that's where we're at so far.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that little part. At least what I saw.
Yeah.
For the whole, like he was trying to, bring out this whole religious stuff, and obviously she doesn't buy it. She's like, you can't change my fate like that. The disbelief, because obviously what did he do, boy? to these doors. Like, of course, he could
They're
let
the
them out.
same thing.
Yeah, right. But he put like what on the door? Like, here's
Belief,
belief
disbelief.
and disbelief. And he's like, all right, choose one. What do you think? Choose one. Do you disbelieve the theory, or do you actually still have faith? And guess what? They chose faith.
Yeah.
Let God chose our path.
They should have just stabbed him in the neck right there
I think-
instead of choosing.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, like, I mean,
I would be scared to be honest.
well, the thing is,
Yeah.
like, if they knew the church guy was gonna come looking for them, they should have just stayed in the same spot.
I wouldn't go down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not like.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Even like if it says that's the exit out,
It's
you
not
wouldn't.
the
I mean,
exit.
exactly. Like, it's like just wait where you're at. It's like
Yeah.
when you're lost, it's said to wait where you're at, not keep going and get lost more. It's like that. That's why I'm like, really, you're gonna? That's not logical. He's not
get
forcing them. He even said it. He's not forcing them to. Of
Yeah.
course, he wants them to,
Yeah.
but that's completely doing everything he wants. That as he's planned.
Yeah,
Like,
because he wants to
control.
be proven.
yeah.
He wants them to do it on their own will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's just having fun and games. But I think if they do stay there, he's just gonna kill them. Because obviously after the plan failed, or when it was, he just started stabbing.
Maybe, most likely.
Because oh yeah, you guys
better
weren't
than-
there. What happened?
Huh?
Where she got stabbed, right?
That's
No, I
not
was
we were
there.
there.
Oh, you were
I
there?
just don't know. We left when she left or came back. But even then, like,
Either way, yeah. Obviously, they go to the door of the the belief, because they obviously care more about their belief than whatever he's trying to sell them, because that's what he's trying to do.
yeah,
And obviously, we don't know if it's about control, but that's what he wants them to choose. But it doesn't. He doesn't care about it. They're still going to exactly the same area, into this forsaken cave, where they're stuck there.
yeah,
And I was just like, it's just like, what's gonna happen? This is just a dungeon.
basically.
And like
Like,
I know
honestly.
like it's a movie and you're supposed to suspend your like disbelief and enjoy like the movie, but I'm just like, if this is what he cares about, what is he gaining by like changing the minds or of teenagers? Like, they're literally so impressionable. Who cares? It's like, it just makes the whole movie seem like so stupid and inconsequential.
He
to
just
me.
wants another wife.
No,
Mhm.
but it's not that. He doesn't want to just kill for fun. He wants them to change their mind, but they're fucking teenagers. Who gives a fuck? It's like the whole movie is stupid.
Well,
In my
he
opinion,
wants
I don't
it. I think he what he wants. He likes the thrill of being like
Yeah,
kind
but
of
they're
the
teenagers. What's the
controlling.
thrill? Like, if you
Hey,
want an
man.
actual thrill, go for
People love being like using other people.
Yeah, but go for someone with like a fully developed brain at least,
Who cares?
and maybe that'll be a higher thrill. They're literally teenagers. Like, who cares?
What? Well, he cares.
It's-
Apparently, he trapped
Yeah,
them.
he cares. Apparently, he's fucking stupid.
No, well, it's sadly. I agree. Like, he could have got
Should've
another
got the
person
church
with a
leader.
better debate, but
Yeah,
but the only
But-
reason. Let's be honest. The only reason why.
But it'd
he
make
chose,
less of a movie anyway.
Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real honest. Like, the reason why he chose them, it's because they're smaller and they're Mormons, and obviously they won't fight back. At least for him, that's what he's probably thinking. Because he's probably
Mhm.
thinking like they
Mhm.
won't dare attack me because they believe in their faith,
Yeah.
and that's what he really wanted.
So sad.
Well, of course, but obviously, they will fight back because obviously they had to go against that. Like, they were thinking about like, how do we kill him? And they don't want to do it. They don't want to grab that.
Yeah.
What was it, like a spear or what is it? Like,
It
I
was a
don't-
letter opener.
was it a letter opener? I didn't even know that. So yeah, so they were debating on who's gonna stab him,
Yeah.
and obviously they chose, obviously one of the sisters who doesn't want it, who's more religious than the other one. He's like, you want me to do this because the other guy is onto her,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and guess what? She got fucked up. She died. I was actually surprised that she was the first one to go. Usually those kind of characters will end up the ones living the longest, but no, she died.
They needed to shut her up.
Of course. He's like, you know what? I can't brainwash you, so I'm going to just kill you. I still got another.
They didn't have any more ideas for the movie, so they killed her.
Hey, might as well.
So stupid.
And obviously, they brought in this old lady, which I was like, what the hell is that? Like crippling in there, like started to bow down and
Yeah.
started praying and eating blueberry pie.
Hmm.
I feel like that's like an insult injury for her. Like the one who her father died by, what was that, blueberry something?
No, he died
No,
from Lou Gehrig's
blueberries.
disease.
Yeah, and he thought it
But
was
he
blueberry.
thought it was blueberries.
So I felt like that was kind of an
Yeah.
insult. Like, you bastard. So yeah, he was clearly playing with them.
Yeah.
Basically, he was studying them to see like how far that you could push them. I'm
Yeah.
guessing, and obviously it could have worked, but obviously, they didn't buy it. One of them figured out the plan, and obviously she was starting to put the pieces together, and she realized there was like a hidden tunnel underneath. And guess what? He was right behind us. Like, go ahead, break my theory,
Yeah.
do it. Show me if you could figure out my plan.
I mean, it was the plan that she would figure it out. She wasn't special because she figured it out. She was special because she stabbed him. That was the fact that she figured it out. He already anticipated that. So it's just the fact that she killed him is what was different from everyone else that was in the cage.
Why not? She killed him. She basically, kind of rained down on his parade. He's no longer going to kidnap women. Because obviously when she goes down there, what do you see?
Well,
You
it
see,
was like a lot of religious texts, and then she sees
Yeah.
a whole bunch of them locked up, caged up.
Yeah. And I do like this part, like one of the sisters who basically were up there,
Yeah.
who basically how he basically manipulated this one woman to, to be creepy with the passing of
the letter.
the letter. Like, yeah, there's no such thing as a god, or there's no such thing as heaven. And she's like, in the end, it's all a lie. She didn't understand that until afterwards, because obviously everything was a lie, at least
Yeah.
what he was telling.
Yeah.
And obviously when he did that, he's like, you know what, you're right. She went off script, so he got the pliers and just
Fucking
just
cut her finger.
cut her
Well, no,
fingers.
because of the fact she went off script, that's when he started talking about simulation. And
Yeah,
when
so
he killed her
that's the
and
part
sold
I
her
kind of
NPC.
missed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was saying that the one that he killed was an NPC, and then she was like, what?
Yeah, he
But,
was
like-
starting to get haywire with this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when I went to the restroom. I remember
and
them saying something
It's
as a
just
simulation.
so irritating when a movie doesn't. I don't know.
So what he does-
I just wanted it to be like actually smart and stick to a like philosophical debate, and then they just started going like all over
Well-
the place, talking about ancient gods, talking about simulation, talking about, and I'm like, bro, you're just trying to mislead and just trying to like make an ending that we're not seeing coming, but I saw this ending coming, so what's the point of like it? I just want to see something actually intellectual. That's what I was hoping for, and it just ended up being like run of the mill ending and just about
Well,
control.
Because most of the
Nah,
people
stupid.
don't want that. That's the thing. They're gonna be like, if they did do that route, people would say this movie's bad. That's the thing. That's what I think.
It really depends depending what it is. Is there like a movie like to compare it with? Or you think it's like top of the what you're talking about? Just name one.
For like religion, like there's like a whole movie. It's called Women Talking, and that's just like a whole philosophical debate. That's not really like the same genre or anything. But if you want me to think of something off the top of my head, there's a movie called Women Talking, and it's just a debate. I really liked that movie. I don't know, I just felt like it didn't stick to what it was. It didn't stick to anything, and I didn't really care, and it was just...
Hey, that's fine. It's not your cup of tea, and you prefer a different kind of film.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see like what other film that you're kind of trying to say like which one is the most compared. Better.
When
movie
they
than
started
that.
talking, honestly, like I do like the debate stuff.
Yeah.
But then when he started talking about old gods, and I was like, oh my god, is this gonna go barbarian? Are they gonna like show some old god like fantasy type shit? Which is obviously another direction, but that's another direction I would have been like excited for also.
I don't know.
What? Yeah, you didn't like that part?
Well, no. If they went to that direction,
That would have been kind of cool.
I mean, I don't know.
Like, what kind of direction would you think they were
It
going
just-
to?
It was so boring.
Well, I thought most of it was literally going to be about like the debate and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, like
But-
just basic Monopoly stuff. And what
Yeah,
they're talking
which
about?
like I was all in for that shit.
And then they went a little bit too.
Well, like
haywire.
they just went like to the cat and mouse stuff, which I mean that's what it was. I mean,
Yeah, it was a
that's,
horror
That's
film.
exactly what it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Horror films can be great. What do you mean?
no one's saying
No,
that.
but he said,
Yeah,
oh,
that's-
it's just a horror film.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you're saying. Okay.
well, it's just horror doesn't have a great track record for
Yeah.
some.
There
There's
you
more
go.
bad than good, I
well,
think.
There's a lot of movies that come out,
Yeah, that's true.
and for all genres, and most of them are good.
Yeah, like
Really?
this one. So yeah, of course, it's one of those films that you're definitely gonna love or hate, and I definitely love this film. I really enjoyed this, especially because I understand like maybe it's not the most complex how they're gonna be like grabbing like I don't know like a skull is going Rapunzel or something like Shakespeare stuff going back and forth. But I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think they want you to kind of understand what they're kind of going for. The manipulation and obviously trying to give them to control.
It's the fact he's talking about control.
Yeah.
And he's talking to literally teenagers. So what are you proving? Yeah, they're being controlled. They're literally teenagers. It's like it doesn't even if you're going for the control thing, like at least aim a little bit higher.
No one's gonna watch this movie
higher.
if it's like
Like what do you mean? Like do you want to have Arnold Schwarzenegger in there debating the guy and he destroys him?
Well, that's
like what do you want?
Yeah,
to
but
do?
people probably watch.
I'll watch that. Yeah.
I mean they should have something like
the
that.
The girls are like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because again, he's just an old man who's trying to manipulate a young mind. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah. And it's a lot easier for him than debating with an elderly person.
You should just get on Reddit or something.
I know, right? Just start typing. Get out of here, you.
You're banned. Because they're just gonna block him.
Yeah.
God damn it.
4chan then.
So so I could understand your point, but you could kind of understand the other people's point as well. Like it is fun to see that kind of stuff. It's not always gonna be like what you mostly think.
That's why like.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it's not. It's not wowing anyone, at least.
They're wowing these people. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, on Letterboxd, it has an average 3.0. Rotten Tomatoes is kind of skewed in the way that it's based on if you liked it or not. So I'm not sure what it is on like IMDb and stuff. I wouldn't look at Rotten Tomatoes, but
7.3.
7.3 is like
so it's
like
above average.
Well, it's above okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google users are like 87 point. But yeah, it's just one of those films. So what happens after that? After when she discovers a plan, the ladies are in the damn dungeon. And she tried saving them. She really did.
Yeah.
But she couldn't. Because obviously she couldn't find anything to do. And obviously that guy's just like goddamn creepy asshole. Who just had the thrill to just cage them up like that.
Well, I mean, she was still just following the control. Like, she willingly ate the pie. So it's like, what really is she doing?
Well,
he said that she knew that the pie was poisonous and she willingly ate the pie because she believes in God. So if that's true, who gives a fuck? Like this, they're just boring. All these characters are boring.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry, that's fine. It's your opinion. I get it. So yeah, it to me it's just really fun. At least for that part. Well, not fun, but at least entertaining to us.
But she manages to get him close enough to stab his throat.
Oh yeah, because he was thinking that he finally got her in the rat trap, and she's gone, but she's not. She had still that little thing, and of course, I guess he forgot about it because I think that's what I'll give a little bit of nitpick because apparently she was ready to stab him.
Yeah.
But then obviously, I guess she ran off because that's when she killed her friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you just forgot about that? I guess he was just too thrilled about it. Whatever.
Probably. That's what
I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm that smart. I'm Mr. Reed. So yeah, either way, he was dying.
Yeah.
And this is the part where it kind of confused me because the part when she was trying to escape and she managed to get out, but something happened that she wound up back into the basement. Remember that?
She went back to the basement.
She went back to the basement?
She ran back down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, because she couldn't figure out, I guess she couldn't.
She was like, well, there's no way fucking out. Might as well go back down and try to, figure out how to get out of here.
Like
I forgot exactly what, but she didn't just magically appear. She went back downstairs because she was like,
yeah. I mean, he magically appeared, though.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I will say that.
He knows all the hidden doors. Oh, he built like a miniature.
Was the most simple thing. There was literally 3 rooms.
I know.
Like, why is there a miniature of the house? Why is that like a main aspect of the trailer when the house is so simple? It's literally just a basement. I'm like, bro.
He has a hobby. He's like, yeah, I'm enjoying this.
No, that's what I thought it was gonna be, like a crazy room thing. That's what it did make it look from the trailer. But it was literally just the basement. But I guess he hid in a corner or something like that. Because when she ran back down, the door was open again.
Yeah.
So he was probably hiding against the wall like this or some shit like that.
Ooh, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, for real.
Yeah. So, yeah, I will give credits, critique to that, of course.
Yeah.
And obviously she was ready to die. She was dying, and obviously they talk about one more thing, about praying.
The prayer experiment.
Yeah. Which was it a real experiment? I guess it was.
It might have been. I don't know. We could look, but it was just basically an experiment to see if prayers actually work. And she said it was shown that they don't work, but that she doesn't care, and that she thinks it's beautiful that we pray for each other and think about each other. And she prayed for Hugh Grant
For his acting.
for his,
For his acting. I know, he's like, yeah, that was
for
pretty
carrying this movie with his acting
Yeah.
alone.
good. That was good. That was good, boss. Don't finish me. And obviously, this is the part where we finally have one more surprise in our hands, because I was kind of wondering what this spiking wood thing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised by that. And then obviously, the one who we thought was dead got back up.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess it was trying to do a little throwback of how she was explaining her side. Like, that wasn't a miracle. She just had, like, a near-death experience or something like that.
Mhm.
I guess that's what it was.
Mm.
And obviously she got back up again because she has, like, another breathing, I guess. Like, it's kind of like the human
But-
body trying to, in survival mode again.
Why give her a script for the near-death experience if she was actually experiencing a near-death experience?
I guess just showing, like, the body could still go, I guess.
I'll take
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay,
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
sure, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll take
I'm
it.
trying to explain this as best as I could.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if
I'm
this
just
works
like,
or
why
not.
give her the script for the near-death experience if that's what she was actually experiencing? Why not just say what she was experiencing?
True. Yeah, I was like,
Or unless
no.
she, I don't know.
yeah,
Whatever. I
But
don't care.
she got him. She got Hugh Grant.
yeah. I was like, ooh, he's dead, and obviously
Clean
saved her.
hit. And then she bled out finally and died.
So she actually died there.
No, the one who saved her.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sister Barnes or whatever.
Yeah, because this is the part where I was kind of intrigued, because I don't know if she did die there or she managed to run away free. Because remember how she managed to escape from the window, she left, and obviously it's still snowing outside. The storm is gone. It's one of those like trope kind of thing, you know, like the darkness is gone, the light is there, and then all of a sudden you see a butterfly laying on her finger. So what does that represent?
I mean,
Did she die,
it's
or
just
did
that it probably that she's just hallucinating because she's dying and
Yeah.
she's hallucinating her friend on her hand.
Oh, so that's what it was. Okay, I didn't know. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
About
'cause
she wanted to
he-
become a butterfly, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's what she said she would
Oh.
do. So, but she heard her say that, so maybe in the one who escaped, I don't know her name. Maybe she's hallucinating that is her on her hand, to make herself feel better, just like her praying makes herself feel better.
I know, right? So I guess
I don't
it
know.
worked for whatever. Like, I guess what she probably heard, and she's like, maybe I'll become a little butterfly, but it's hallucination. It's just her
Well,
coping
because
mechanism,
it
right?
also it disappeared, so they kind of spoon fed us that
Yeah.
it wasn't actually there. So
Oh yeah. So there you go.
They should have just kept the end when it went landed on there.
Yeah, it'd have been nice.
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
yeah, they
for
didn't have to like
hallucination.
show that it wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could have
Kind of
just
a-
ended it with the butterfly there, and
Yeah.
obviously,
You know, I guess it's just trying to go like, is it an actually really butterfly, or is it a fake hallucination? You decide. So I'm
Yeah,
guessing
well,
that's what it is.
I'm gonna go with that one because it seems more logical. There's
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
is.
blood, and they talked about how you start hallucinating.
Oh, that's true. So that's another good one.
and also she could have been dying. Like she could have been like about to die.
Oh,
Like, you'll
yeah, towards
hallucinate
the end.
before you die. So maybe she died at the end.
See?
That's why she saw the butterfly.
Well, I think no matter what she died in the end, because they showed when she jumped out, and they showed her phone, it said no service.
Oh,
So
oh yeah, she's
I
fine.
think she
Yeah.
still dies in the end, regardless.
Darn.
Yeah.
Maybe she
I
saw
don't know.
herself actually as the butterfly right before she died, or at least that's what she'd like to
Maybe.
hope.
Yeah.
Maybe she saw herself.
Yeah. See, there you go. You guys decide what theories you
Yeah.
can pull out of your ass
Yeah.
and see if we actually like it or not. Just leave those in the comments below. I like to see it. Like to hear some.
I'm
of
gonna go with
those.
that one.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that one. But either way, do you guys want to talk about anything else? Or are you guys good?
No, I don't think so.
Good?
I think the movie showed what it wanted to show, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
those movies that it just shows right there and there. Like, you'll either enjoy it for the good thriller drama, or if it's not your cup of tea. I understand that too. Like, you've probably seen better movies than this one.
I just
I gotta
like,
see some of those better movies.
I just like when I feel like I'm gonna remember a movie and I just know I'm not gonna remember this one. So I mean, that's it. It's just going to be lost. Like that. Well, like Hugh Grant said, it's going to be a memory of a memory of a memory.
Yeah, that's a
then
good
it's
one.
going to be lost.
Hopefully you remember that.
Then I won't
You're like,
remember.
what movie did he say that in?
I know. Yeah.
He meows. They talk about Taco Bell and they talk about Lana Del Rey. This movie is like all over the place.
Shh, no one says anything about Taco Bell. You're not allowed to say Taco Bell.
I love that's top tier fast food. Their fast food hierarchy was so whack.
Yeah, Burger King.
Burger King
I was
number
like,
one.
Burger King. Like you choose everything.
Over Carl's Jr.?
Yeah, I was like, no, Carl's
Backwards.
Jr. is the best. Get out of here.
Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like one of those things that it's like a nice little thing to look back on, but at least for this review. Either way, that's what we think about this film, and obviously we want to know about your opinions about this as well, if you actually watched it or you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, we'll see you guys in the next movie review. All right, later, guys.
Later.